What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous there once again. I am back from my Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Global Wars Toronto 2018 predictions. Now, Global Wars Toronto is the final show in this Global Wars tour, and it happens this Sunday, live and exclusively on Honor Club from the Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Now, this card is pretty stacked. As of right now, we do have 5 big matches, and 3 titles are going to be on the line. So I'm very excited to do these Global Wars Toronto predictions for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, if you have not checked out my 4 other videos I put up on the channel today, definitely go check them out. This is the 5th of 6 videos that will be up on the channel today, so hopefully you guys will be able to watch all these videos. As always, show your support by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons and hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment section down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel, as a first time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, you picked to go. And if you're a huge Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling fan like myself, and you're ready for this final show in the Global Wars tour, welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is just to whoop whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Now, if they do add any other matches to this card, which they probably will, I'll have them in the comment section down below, but I'm going to do the 5 big matches that have already been confirmed. Now, let's start off with the first matchup. It is for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. They are looking to become the next Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. They were here a year ago in Toronto, and they're looking to make their second trip to Ring of Honor a successful one. They are consisting of Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, the Super Smash Brothers. And the Super Smash Brothers are challenging the reigning and defending Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. They are representing consisting of the Heavy Metal Rebel, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. Now, starting off with the Super Smash Brothers, this is a big opportunity for them. They were here all the way back in May at War of the Worlds Toronto when they faced off against the Young Bucks, and they are back in Ring of Honor, and they have been deemed the #1 contenders. Now, I'm going to just say this right now. We haven't seen them in over a year, yet they're the #1 contenders for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. I mean, really, Ring of Honor? They faced the Bucks, yes, but did they win? No. And you're telling me they've won a bunch of matches in the indie circuits to become Ring of Honor, be #1 contenders for the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles? I'm sorry. Aren't the Briscoes the former 9-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, and they lost these belts? Aren't they the legitimate #1 contenders? Really, Ring of Honor? You're saying that this team gets the first crack at the champs and the Briscoes don't? Well, it's kind of a silver lining, because maybe we'll get that match at Final Battle between the Briscoes and SCU. But for some insane reason, Ring of Honor thinks Super Smash Brothers are the #1 contenders. For me, they're not, because there's a lot of other tag teams in Ring of Honor that have earned a shot at those belts. But the Super Smash Brothers, they haven't been here in over a year. No, there's no way they're the #1 contenders. But they did look good against the Young Bucks in Toronto on May 11th. They looked good, but they fell short. The other side, you have Kaz and Scorpio Sky making their first title defense since winning the belts in that triple threat match at the live TV tapings in Philadelphia. Their jobs are secure, they're safe, and they're looking to make their first title defense a successful one. So coming from me, in this first matchup for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships of the world, this one's going to be a good matchup. But coming from me, I'm taking SCU to retain the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles and defeat the Super Smash Brothers. And now the next matchup. It is a very interesting tag team battle. On one side, you have the team of the former IWGP United States Champion, one of my all-time favorites in New Japan Pro Wrestling right now. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. is the flamboyant Juice Robinson, and his partner is also another flamboyant superstar in Ring of Honor. He is the former Ring of Honor World Champion. He'll be accompanied by the boys, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is the Party Peacock Dalten Casto, and their opponents, representing Los Ingobernables de Japón, consisting of Njpw and the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion, G1 winner, New Japan Cup winner. He is the leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Naito! He is Tetsuya Naito. Now, what a tag team matchup this is going to be. Starting off with Juice and Dalten Casto. Now, this is going to be a really interesting tag team. You got the flamboyant Pirate and the Party Peacock. You got maybe the two most flamboyant wrestlers in the world today tag teaming together. This is going to be maybe one of my favorite teams. And I hate to say if this is going to be the only time we're going to see these two as a tag team, this is going to be the match to see it, because you got the heart and soul of Juice Robinson against the all-around flamboyancy of Dalten Casto. This could be a very interesting team to look out for if they continue to be a tag team together. Then on the other side, you have Los Ingobernables de Japón. They're just coming off a pretty solid power struggle this past weekend. Naito getting his revenge over Zack Sabre Jr. and Bushi and the newest member of Los Ingobernables de Japón, the Dragon Shingo Takagi, falling short to winning the Super Junior Tag League Finals. But LIJ definitely had a pretty damn good showing at Power Struggle this past weekend. So coming from me in this tag team battle. Now, when it comes to multi-man matches, Bushi usually gets it done. But when it comes to just 2-on-2 tag team matches, Bushi always takes the L. So coming from me in this matchup, I am taking the flamboyant duo of Juice Robinson and Dalten Casto to defeat Tetsuya Naito and Bushi. And now the next matchup, it is a big tag team battle. On one side, you have the former X Division and World Champion, a multiple-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, and a TNA World Tag Team Champion in his own right. He is Chris Sabin, and his partner is the ace of the Juniors Division and the 6-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. And if you know his music, and I know you guys do, you know who I'm talking about. He is Time Splitter Kishida, and they are the Time Machine. And the Time Machine's opponents are representing the Elite, and they are the former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. They themselves a former 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, multiple-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. The greatest tag team in the world today, bar none. And if you know their music, you know who I'm talking about. In Toronto, you ready for a Super Kick Party? are Matt, Nick, the Young Bucks. Now, starting off with the Time Machine team of Kishida and Chris Sabin, they're coming off their first outing as a tag team in the Super Junior Tag League, and they had some big-time success. They gelled very well together, almost as well as the Time Splitters and the Motor City Machine Guns. And this team of Sabin and Kishida is really talented, and if they stay together as a tag team in the Junior Tag Team Division, I'm going to tell you right now, Junior Tag Team Division in New Japan, look out, because this team is pretty damn solid. As good as the Time Splitters and as good as the Motor City Machine Guns, the Time Machine team of Kishida and Chris Sabin are looking to make a big statement. And here's a big statement to do it against the greatest IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions other than Roppongi Vice. You have the Young Bucks. They're looking to get back into the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team title picture. And with World Tag League coming up next week, we're going to find out who's going to be in it. And hopefully the Young Bucks will be in it. Because if they want a shot at the Guerrillas of Destiny and they're wanting to get their belts back, hopefully they will be in World Tag League and have an opportunity to win and regain the tag team titles back to the Elite. So coming from me, in this huge tag team battle, man, this one's so tough. This is definitely Kishida and Sabin's biggest test as a first-time tag team. This is their biggest test. But coming from me, I'm taking Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, to defeat a very good Kishida and Chris Sabin team. And now the next matchup. It is for the IWGP United States Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is a former 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion with Rocky Romero and Roppongi Vice. He is also one half of the best friends with Chucky T, and he is the #1 contender for the IWGP United States Championship. He is the heavyweight Baretta, and Baretta is challenging the 4th and reigning and defending IWGP United States Champion. He himself a former NWA World Champion. He is also representing the Elite. He will be accompanied by his beautiful wife, Brandy Rhodes, and Bernard, the Business Bear. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Do it all to get them on the feet. Crowd is here, about to blow. He is the American Nightmare Cody. Now, starting off with Baretta, this is his biggest opportunity since he has come back from the torn pectoral muscle around 6 months ago. Now, here's a dangerous fact. This is only the second time Baretta has challenged for the IWGP United States title. Last time he challenged for it, you got to go all the way back to last year's Power Struggle, where he challenged the former and the very first IWGP United States champion, Kenny Omega, in a losing effort. Now, this is his first title shot since Honor Rising Japan back in February, when he challenged then Ring of Honor World Champion Dalten Casto and the Beer City Bruiser in a triple threat match. So this is a big match for Baretta. His first title match since the injury, and a chance to bring a big title back to Chaos. Down on the other side, you have Cody coming in as the reigning United States champion. This is his first title defense since defeating Juice Robinson in September at Fighting Spirit Unleashed in San Francisco. He's been the champ for 2 months, and this is his first title defense. Now, with all what is happening with the Elite, with most of their champions losing their belts, the Young Bucks losing the heavyweight tag titles, the Young Bucks losing the never openweight 6-man tag team titles, and with Kenny Omega being the IWGP heavyweight champion still, with Wrestle Kingdom coming up against Tanahashi, Cody is maybe the only champion right now that has relevancy other than Kenny Omega, because he won the belt against Juice Robinson, which I'll still believe is the stupidest decision they ever made. He lost the NWA World title to Nick Aldis in the 2 out of 3 falls match at the 70th anniversary of the NWA. And right now, Bullet of the Elite is definitely in trouble, because with the contracts coming up, Cody saying that he's not going to sign back with the WWE, thank God, because he wants to try to get All In 2 under production. This match is definitely big for the American Nightmare. And to make his first title his first title defense a successful one. So coming from me, in this matchup for the IWGP United States Championship, man, I think Baretta has a good chance. He didn't have really a chance against Kenny Omega because it's Kenny Omega. But he does have a solid 80% chance that he can beat Cody in this match. 80% chance. But coming from me, because it's his first title defense, there's no way he's going to lose. There's no way a man the caliber of Cody is going to lose his first title defense. But we all saw what happened at the NWA 70th anniversary show. That was his first title defense, and he lost to Nick Aldis. So this pick is tricky. Coming from me, I'm going to take Cody to retain the IWGP United States Championship by any means and defeat a very good Baretta. And now the main event. It is for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is a former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, a former two-time Ring of Honor World Television Champion, a former X Division Champion, and he is the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor World Championship. And if you know his music, you know who I am talking about. He is Kenny King, and Kenny King is challenging the reigning and defending and two-time Ring of Honor World Champion, the greatest first-generation wrestler in this business today, and the second longest reigning Ring of Honor champion. He is the franchise of Ring of Honor, and if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. He is Jay Lethal. Now, this is only the second meeting between these two one-on-one. Their last meeting all the way back in 2012 when Lethal was the Ring of Honor Television Champion facing off against Kenny King and Lethal getting the Duke here. So this is the much anticipated rematch. Now, this whole thing started the night on Glory by Honor after Jay Lethal defeated Silas Young to retain the Ring of Honor World title. Cody came out and said that he wants a shot at the Ring of Honor World title, and then Kenny King, out of nowhere, said that he wanted the shot at the Ring of Honor World title. Now, here's a dangerous fact: the last time Kenny King was in an opportunity to win the Ring of Honor World title, you got to go all the way back to April 23rd of 2010 when he challenged then Ring of Honor World Champion Tyler Black. And we all know who that is. That's Seth freaking Rollins. So Kenny King has been waiting 8 years for a Ring of Honor World Championship title shot. And Kenny King absolutely has earned this opportunity. I mean, ever since his loss to Austin Aries at Best in the World, that killer instinct of Kenny King has come out with big wins in the summer over Jushin Thunder Liger, Chase Owens, Marty Scurll, and Hangman Adam Page. They're calling him the Elite Sniper, the Elite Silencer, excuse me. But Kenny King has earned this opportunity, and he's looking to become a Triple Crown winner. The only years you have Jay Lethal coming in as the reigning world champion. He's been the champ since the night after Best in the World, and he has taken on all comers. Men like Mark Haskins, guys like Silas Young. He has taken on all types of wrestlers from international to in the United States, and he is what you call a fighting champion. He says he will take on anybody, anytime, anywhere, and he has a lot of challengers waiting in the wings, like the Survival of the Fittest winner, like Dalten Casto, the former Ring of Honor World Champion, Cody, the former Ring of Honor World Champion, and Matt Taven, the real Ring of Honor World Champion. So Jay Lethal has got a very, very big plate to fill as the Ring of Honor World Champion. He's the second longest reigning Ring of Honor World Champion in combined reigns. And what can you say about that? That a man who's only done it in his second reign alone. It's amazing. So coming from me, in this matchup for the Ring of Honor World Championship, this is such a TNA matchup because Kenny King and Jay Lethal were part of the TNA roster back in the day, and Kenny King was also an X Division champion, just like Jay Lethal. So these two have big-time history. So coming from me, Kenny King will give him a fight. I think Kenny King is maybe the most athletically gifted challenger Jay Lethal has faced in a long time since Will Ospreay at Death Before Dishonor. Will Ospreay was his best athletically gifted wrestler. Second is going to be Kenny King. But coming from me, I am taking Jay Lethal to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship by any means and defeat Kenny King. And those are my Global Wars Toronto 2018 predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you have winning between SCU and the Super Smash Brothers for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles? Who do you have winning the IWGP US title between Baretta and Cody? And who do you have winning the Ring of Honor World title between the King of the Night, Kenny King, and the franchise Jay Lethal? Let me know in the comment section below your picks and your opinions. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Now, before you guys go, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance, and I will see you guys later tonight for my Week 10 NFL predictions. Later days, guys, and peace.